What's up, everybody? Some bullshit happened off here. Yeah. Let's start with stats. We had two questions, three questions will come. Okay. Sorry. Two types, but four questions. We'll put it that way. Cool. Mean deviation about mean deviation about median. Please do not try to answer this question without the calculator. Not only you will go mad, I will, looking at that thing only, I will go mad. Okay. So try to not, it's a compulsion. Have the calculator besides you, okay, or else this shit ain't working, okay. And if you see, we will be drawing columns together and all those things, but it's a very simple phenomenon. Understand two concepts. The first concept is mean, the second concept is median, okay. Now, mean obviously means average. How do you find average? You add up everything divided by total number. This is the concept. Median not required right now, but let me tell you, median always depends on one specific formula. That's it. Okay. So mean is average, regular average. Median depends on one specific formula. You're supposed to learn this formula. Now, is this how we find mean? That is how we find mean. But the question says I'm supposed to find the mean deviation about mean. Okay. So totally you'll be learning two formulas. One is the mean formula. Okay. This is like the midway of it. Once you find mean, after this, you gotta do half the question more and then use another formula. So each question will be having two formulas. One to either find mean or median. Once you get the answer for mean or median, then we will do that an extra formula called as mean deviation. That's it. Okay. So first question, I'll start off. This question is mean deviation about mean, but this will include the type called as class interval. So let's say a class interval is given to you and frequency is given to you. You will be using this specific type. Okay. Now, obviously, tables has to be drawn. 10 to this is given as a question. 20 to 30, 30 to 40. This is like 6 standard stuff, but at little advanced. 70 to 80. This is the question. Along with this, we have another column given to us, number of students. In simple language, frequency. I won't write number of students, I just say frequency. This is given to us again. Okay. One mistake I used to do all the time when during the model exams is I used to copy the frequency wrong. Okay. So that is one of the hints that I would try to give you from my end. Do not try to copy the question wrong. Once you copy the question wrong, even if you want the answer to be right, it's not going to be there. So 2, 3, 8, 14. 8, 3, and 2. This is mean deviation about median. Now, think for a second. The third column, this is mean deviation about mean. Saw that mistake I made of already. It's mean. Fine. Now, whenever class interval is given, as you guys know, it has something called as lower limit and upper limit. Which value to choose is always a confusion. So since there are two values to choose from, I will choose neither of it. So I'll have to come up with some random idea to bring that to choose the value. So therefore, we come across this idea called as midpoint. Now, when do you use midpoint? Only if it is some kind of class interval. Now, obviously, how to find midpoint? Very simple. What is the midpoint between 10 and 20? 15. Next one will be 25. Obviously, next one will be 35, 45, 55, 65, and 75. This is the midpoint. Again, why am I doing this? Because the question had class interval. Now, if you ask me, sir, instead of class interval, if there's only numbers like 10, 20, 30, 40 given to us, then I will not take midpoint. I want one specific value. Okay. Now, midpoint, I will name it to be X. I will name it to be X. Now, what do you do? The fourth thing is nothing but F into X. Okay, the fourth thing is nothing but F into X. In simple language, can I tell? The fourth column depends on column number 2 and column number 3, and please have a calculator out. What is 2 times 15? 30. Okay, this is what I'm supposed to remember. Third column you did because of the class interval. Fourth column you did because you have 2 and 3. If you combine, you're going to get some value. That's why. 2 times 15 is 30. Then it gives you 75. I'm using a calculator. 35 times 8 gives you 285. 45 times 14 gives you 630. 55 times 8 gives you 440. Okay. Then you get 195. Then you get 75, 150. Okay. Fx you found. Now focus. I will find the mean here, and always mean is represented by X dash. X is midpoint. X dash is the specific thing. Now think for a second. To find X dash, I need a formula. Now, what does the formula for mean says? X dash is equal to Fx divided by N. Okay, Fx divided by N. Now, in your books, if you see, they'll tell summation of Fx. Summation of Fx meaning you have a lot of values for Fx. So we'll sum it up. How calculator? You add everything up, you're going to get some sum here. So this is called as summation of fx. Now, if you ask me why am I trying to sum it up, the reason is very simple, correct? Why will you choose a single value? You're trying to choose a whole thing, correct? So we will try to sum up the whole value here. Now, the denominator says n. Now, what does n mean? N meaning total number of students, or in other language, summation of f, total number of students. So if you add this up, 2 plus 3 gives you 5, 5 plus 8 gives you 13, 13 plus 14 gives you 28, 36. Some bullshit happened off here. Yeah, 30, not 30, 30 35, okay, and 40. So the add, okay. So the denominator is 40. I am happy with that. Use your calculator and find fx. I mean, not fx, summation of fx, okay. Summation of fx. If you find, you add everything up, you're going to get some value. That value, you will be writing it here. That value, you will be writing here, okay. 1 second, give me 1 minute. 2 seconds, I will find that sum here. So you'll keep adding 30 plus 75. That shit you do, okay. You get 1800 here. 1800, okay. So 1800 divided by 40 by 40, summation of x, correct. Now 1800 divided by 40, the answer is 45. Use a calci. The answer is 45. Now I know something called as 45 exists. That's called as the mean. Now focus. I told you this is the halfway. The reason I'm calling this as a halfway is because for the next two columns, mean is required. Next, what do you do for the next column? You'll find modulus of x minus x dash is the next column, okay? Then the last column will be f into x minus x dash. Now, don't get scared, okay? Don't get scared. X minus x dash modulus meaning, understand it percent, x dash's value I know it is 45. Now, what is x value? Keeps on changing from part to part. Now, x value in the first row is 15. What is 15 minus 45? Getting it? X minus x dash meaning 15 was the thing. 15 minus 45 is 30. Minus 30, but modulus is there. I'll write 30 here. I am not including the fx table. Fx table is used up. I'm using the x table, the midpoint table. Similarly, what is 25 minus 45? Only take the positive signs. 25 minus 45 gives you 20. You're writing 20. 35 minus 45 gives you 10. 45 minus 45 gives you 0. 55 minus 45 gives you 10. 20 again. 30 again. Okay. Now I got this column also, but this column is not necessary for me. What is necessary for me? The last column is necessary for me. Now, the last column, the heading seems to be complicated, but it's very simple. You're trying to multiply f into this column, the second column with the fifth column. So what are we trying to do? We're trying to multiply 2 into 30. The answer is 60. Okay. Similarly, 3 into 20, 60. Then comes 80, then comes 0, then comes 80 again, then comes 60 again, then comes 60 again. Okay. So you're multiplying f column with the recent column. Now what are we trying to find? Fine. We are trying to add this up. Don't you think the addition is going to be very simple here because it's all repeated numbers, no? So 60, 60, 60, 64 times are there. So it became 240 already. 6 times 4 is 24. So 240. 240 plus, what do you call, 80 gives you 320. 320 plus 80 gives you 400. So this summation is 400. That's what we wanted. Okay. Now see, the first stuff got done when we did this part, that fx part. Okay. Now to find the mean deviation, one more formula. Mean deviation about mean is, we will find this summation of f of x minus x dash, whole thing divided by, again, n. What is n? Total number of students. So it gives you 40. So here the answer is 400 divided by 40 gets cancelled. The answer is 10. That's it. Okay. Rewind this and watch it again. It is vague numbers. It's just that the amount of columns will keep on changing. Okay. So mean deviation, what is required? The last column, f into x minus x dash. F meaning frequency is going to be given to us. X meaning midpoint in this case. X dash always means mean. How do you find mean? Fx by n we found. Once you find mean, you do the shit here and you get the mean deviation. Okay. Now, this is the mean deviation about mean. This under the same mean deviation about mean, what if class interval is not given and direct numbers are given? So let's start with that. Okay. If direct numbers are given, they'll be given like this. Either they'll call it as x or xi, depends. So 2, 5, 6, 8, 10, and 12. Again, this is given to me. Not 2, 8, 10, 7, 8, 5. Now what do we do? Should you find midpoint? Can you find midpoint? No. But you can, that extra column is not there. Don't you think the extra column, we already have your x. So what do we do? Just multiply. We're going to find fx. You know how to find fx? Keep multiplying. 2 times 2 becomes 4, 5 times 4, 8 times 5 becomes 40, 60, 52, 56, 80 again, and 60. Okay, you found fx. Now, as soon as you get fx, what do? We find x dash, meaning mean. Sigma fx divided by n. Sigma fx meaning we're going to add up the complete fx. You add this up, the answer comes to 300. Now, do not get confused. This column is useless now. What is the total number? The total number is 40 here also. Okay, so 300 by 40 gives you x dash. Are we done? No, done with half the part. 300 by 40. 7.5 is the mean. Now, what do we do? Next column, x minus x dash. X dash is fixed, 7.5. Now, what is x? Here. Okay, here. So, 2 minus 7.5, but we're going to take the positive part of it. 2 minus 7.5 gives you 5.5. Okay, so 5 minus 7.5 gives you 2.5. 6 minus, so this and 7.5, you keep doing, gives you 1.5. This gives you 0.5. This gives you 2.5 again. This gives you 4.5. But again, this column is useless. It's actually useful only for the next finding. What's the next finding? F into x minus x dash. I will try to find. So in simple language, I'm trying to multiply f and this specific column here. So 2 into 5.5, 8 into 2.5, 10 into 1.5. That is what I'm trying to do in column wise. Okay. Now, if you start doing that, it will be 11, 8 into, it will be 20, 15, obviously, 7 into 3.5, half, no. 8 into 2.5 gives you 20, 5 to 4.5 gives you, wait, I'll tell, 5 into 4.5 gives you 22, what the heck, 22.5. 1 minute, wait, 8 into 2.5 is 20, correct. Okay, now we're supposed to add this up. Okay, that's important. We're supposed to add that up. Once you add this up, summation f of x minus x dash. If you add it up, you're gonna get the answer to be 92. Now are we done? No, we write md f x minus x dash whole divided by n. So the answer is 92 divided by 40. You do the math. That's it. Okay. So for mean deviation about mean, this column is required, and to get this column, we are using mean as the formula. This is about mean. Okay. Next is mean deviation about median. Now, don't get confused and all bullshit. Two formulas just like this. One is the ending part. One is the starting part. Okay. Just that for mean, it was direct. We knew the answer is going to be this. For median, you got to remember one thing. Again, 10th standard stuff. So again, I'll start with the class interval. CI. This is median, mean deviation about median. A formula I will teach you once when we start off. 0 to 10. 10 to 20, 20 to 30, 30 to 40, 40 to 50, 50 to 60. This is given to us. Along with this, obviously, frequency is also given to us. 6, 7, 15, 16, 4, 2. Now, focus. As soon as you look at the word median, CF is important. Cumulative frequency. I'm pretty sure you guys know about the cumulative frequency in your 10th standard. What? The first term remains the same. For the second term, it becomes 6 plus 7. You add up, accumulate. Okay. So 13 plus 15 gives you 28. 28 plus 16 gives you 44. 44 plus 4 gives you 48. 48 plus 2 gives you 50. You find the cumulative frequency column, but careful. You always need sigma f, which is 50 again. If you ask me how, don't you think that cumulative thing, we know this trick there. So cumulative frequency, last thing will be a summation of f. So that's how it's going to work. Now, we will find, again, class interval is there. There's a problem. We're supposed to find midpoint. Midpoint is always represented by what? X. We will find the midpoint. Don't you think the midpoint of 0 and 10 is 5? Next will be 15. Next will be 25. Next will be 35. Next will be 45. Next will be 55. You found the value of x. Now, in the previous question, once we found the value of x, we found fx. This is not required here. Okay, directly we go to x minus x. The median part. Now, we write x minus median. Oh, problem now. We'll have to find the median now. Okay, we have to find the median. Obviously, the next one will be f into x minus median. I'm just trying to tell you, both are very similar. Both are very similar. Now, how do you find median? Okay. Median is called as the mid. Fine. But in this case, since the class interval is given, you can't take that concept. There goes a formula. Don't get scared, Alex, in the formula. Median is given by L plus open brackets. Denominator is F. Remember that. On the numerator, N by 2 minus CF. Whole thing into H. Okay. Little complicated. 2 times of practice, you'll get the thing. L means lower limit. N means summation of F50. CF meaning cumulative frequency. F meaning frequency. H meaning class size. So from 0 to 10, it is 10. 10 things are there in between. From 20 to 10 to 20, again 10 things. How do you find this? 20 minus 10, 30 minus 10. So that H is called as class size. Now focus. Okay. Now focus. How do you start off? Okay. How do you start off? Little keep this specific thing in mind. If you're getting it wrong 100%, the whole thing will go off. Look at the starting part. We will start off with the n by 2 part. N's value is 50. Now don't tell sir f value, n and f both are same. Okay. N by 2 will become 25. Correct? N by 2 only you'll start finding first. Now you'll go looking for 25 in which column? Cumulative frequency column. How to remember this? Go to the formula. Next to n by 2, what is there? Cumulative frequency. Find the value of n by 2. Start looking for that value in the cumulative frequency column. You found. You did not find 25 exactly, but you found very close number to 25, which is 28. Now, you will box the 28, but put a small tick to the number before it. Got it? So before 28 on the same column, we found 13. Okay. The reason we put the tick to 13 is because n by 2's value is 25. We found that box, and on top of it, whatever it is, we put a small tick, because for my question, for this formula, the CF which I chose was 13. Getting it? That's the meaning of the tick. Now, once you tick it, okay, once you tick it, your value of CF is done. Now focus. How many things I'm supposed to find? I'm supposed to find the value of L, N by 2, CF, F, and H. Think for a second. The value of N by 2 is 25 found. Okay. The value of is found. The value of H is found. What is it? Class size is 10. I'm supposed to find the value of L, F, and CF. Focus. CF you found 13. Okay. How do you find the value of F? Now, come back to the boxed part. Boxed part is in the cumulative frequency column. Next to that, there will be some number. There will be some number in the frequency column. Tick that also. So 2 ticks. 1 tick on the cumulative frequency column, 1 tick on the frequency column. So how do you do? First, you mark that number on the same column on top, adjacent, 1 tick. So 2 ticks done. Okay. Why are these 2 ticks? Focus. And fine. I think we'll do 3 ticks. 1 on top, 1 besides it, and the other one besides it again. Okay. To the left of it. I'll tell you why. L means lower limit of that class. So of the boxed class, what's the lower limit? 20, not 30. 30 is the upper limit. Okay, L is 20, lower limit. Done. N by 2's value I know, 25. Cool. Okay. CF's value I know, 13. How? Box on top of that tick. F's value I know, it is 15. Don't get confused. Summation F is different. F is different. H's value I know, it is 10. I'll repeat that. You will find N by 2 first. You'll find the nearest number in the cumulative frequency column. How do you remember that? CF. Once you box that, tick 3 things. 1 on top of it, 1 left to it, and left to it again. Okay. The lower limit part. So lower limit found, F found, CF found, H also found. Now what are you going to do? Substitute. To find what? To find median. I'll substitute here. So median will be equal to 20 plus N by 2 is 25 minus CF is 13 divided by F is 15, H is 10. Correct? So 20 plus 25 minus 13 is 12 by 15 into 10, 5 times 2, 5 times 3, 3 times 4, 28 is the median. Halfway done. Why halfway done? Once you get the median, X minus median, where is X? X. So 5 minus, again, what I would always do is, once you find the median, write it off on top. It's going to be easier. What is 5 minus 28? You keep doing that shit there. 23, but then positive. 15 minus 28 is 13. 25, 3, 7, 17, 27. Okay. So this column I filled. Now, once you fill this column, the last column is very simple. Multiply F with the current column. So 6 times 23, you do the math. I mean, calci. 7 times 3, 13 is, 1 second, I forgot. 13 times 7 is 91. Okay. 45, 112, 17 times 4, 68 and 54. Okay. Now, obviously, I'm supposed to add this up. Okay. I'm supposed to add this up. Why? To find the mean deviation. Now, obviously, it will be summation of f whatever. Okay. Summation of this divided by n. Correct? No. So, if you sum that up, the answer is going to be around 508. I think I'm wrong. Just check it off. Okay. You got to sum it up. So, okay, forgot one thing. Suppose I write the formula. Summation of f into x minus median whole thing divided by n. So, it will be 508. N is 50. We cancel, use calculator, 10.16 is the answer. This is the mean deviation about median. Got it? That's it. So, same old stuff. I hope you guys understand the ticking part of it, or else just rewind and then, learn the same thing again. It's nice. Okay. You gotta keep this in mind. And next is standard deviation and variance and all bullshit. Okay. Everything is the same. Everything is the same. Yeah, but anything with respect to standard deviation and all those things will involve a square in it. Okay. Will involve what? A square in it. I will solve one question based on standard deviation and variance. Okay. Um, variance is sigma square. Standard deviation is root of that answer. Okay. That's it. Standard deviation is root of sigma basically. That's how you guys will get the answer. Fine. Now, how do you find 45.2? Good. Let's say again for standard deviation, it's always mean. So as it is, there'll be x will be given 4, 8. This one of the years has been asked. That's all. 17, 20, 24, 32. Followed by this f is also given to us 3, 5, 9. I think it's 9. Yeah. 5, 4, 3, 1. Now what do? fx you calculate. Regular fx you calculate to find mean. Okay. It will become 12, 40, 99, 85, 80, 72, 32. You will add this up. You obviously know why. Sigma fx is required. In this case, it is 420. Now, sigma f is again, add it up, it will become 10, 30. Okay. Now, you can find mean. Mean is represented how? X dash. So 420 divided by 30 gets cancelled. The answer is 14. Now this 14 is important for us, correct? Now what are we going to do? X minus X dash will do, but this time without the modulus. I'll tell you why. Because the next column is X minus X dash, the whole square. So that end of the day, the minus, even if it is there, it's going to become positive. Therefore, we're going to ignore. Later, what we're going to do? Last part, f into x minus x thing the whole square. That's what we're going to do. Okay. So first we'll find this. X dash is 14. Again, I'll write that. I don't care if it's negative also. I just want the answer. Okay. So x is here. I'm subtracting this. So 4 minus 14 is minus 10. You keep doing the first time this column. Minus 6, minus 3, 3, 6, 10, and 8. Okay. Now we will square this. You can see 100. 36, 9, 9, 36, 164. Not required again. F into, now the last thing, we will multiply. After multiplying, 300, 180, 81, 45, 144, 300, 324. You will find this, the summation. Okay. The summation of f x minus x the whole square is equal to, in this case, it's 1374. Okay. Now, using this, sigma square, you'll be able to find how sigma square given by the formula f of x minus x dash the whole square whole divided by n. Same, guys, everything. 1374 divided by 30. Okay. Yeah, do the math. Do the math. 1 second. Wait. 1374 divided by 30. 45.8. This is the answer. For variance. Okay, for variance. For standard deviation, very simple. Standard deviation, root of 45.8. That's it. Which is nothing but 6.76. See, 5 marks. Okay, so for mean deviation about median, only this formula is important. Apart from that, because standard deviation or variance has a square in it, the square thing is required. Keep that in mind. That's it. Watch this video twice, maybe, if you didn't understand. But I will still attempt this. It's not that complicated. That's why. Okay. So yeah.